case everybody doesn't know, in 1996, they thought Hunter Hearst Helmsley is the hot young rookie we've got. We want to elevate him. The King of the Ring winner usually gets elevated.
So it would have been a huge, what we would call push for me in the business.
Like,
right? Yeah, it just would have really been the thing that launched me.
When Hall and Nash were leaving in April of 96.
Sean and I are staying. It's their last time at Madison Square Garden. They're leaving shortly thereafter. And Sean comes to me during the day and he's like, hey, I mentioned something to Vince about us all going out at the end of the show and having a moment together.
Then they all go out and hug, baby faces and heels. Fans, there's no internet. People don't know they're leaving. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They just felt that they needed to hug.
The Garden sold out and they go ballistic.
So the people are happy to see you all acknowledge that you're friends and break the cake.
It's this crazy moment, right? Like it's this crazy moment of like, most people I believe in that time, probably in the Garden, especially New York is so savvy to everything. Like they know we're all friends, they get it, right? And they know they're leaving. And this is like an incredible, real life moment.
First time in wrestling history this has happened, where you kind of break.
Probably.
That's my understanding.
One of the big moments where it actually happens.
And it was just bullshit. They took a whether you like Vince McMahon or not. Madison Square Garden was his building at the time. It was his father's building. He viewed that as his house. And they went out and took a on the business in Vince's dining room, right on his table. So Hunter Hearst Helmsley got spanked. He didn't win the King of the Ring. It cost him about $150,000 or $200,000 that year.
And I'm like,
He was told to go around to all the boys and apologize for what he did. And he should have.
She said, you are going to have to learn to eat platefuls of and like the taste of it.
And everybody thinks, oh, it's goddamn, as quaint as it seems to look back now. No, he took a on the business. He exposed the business. Vince McMahon had done it, but it was his business. There was no reason for the boys, for their own self-serving motivation, to go out there and do that. There was no storyline purpose to it. It didn't sell any tickets, didn't do anything for business, did something for their egos. Helmsley goes around to every single member of the crew and apologizes. He realizes what he did was wrong.
And I said, if what we did was so bad, then why was the largest or the loudest reaction of the entire night what we did?
And Helmsley reveals all along, which I figured that he wasn't
You might be right, but right now isn't the moment.
And that leads to this question. Who is WWE UnReal for? Is it for the hardcore fans? Is it for the casual fans? Is it supposed to be for the people that never seen wrestling before, just maybe heard of it, but want to go behind the scenes and see what's really going on? Or is it for somebody that maybe in the future wants to open up their own wrestling promotion, and now they get a chance to see how the writers work, behind the scenes work, storylines work and fail and do good and bad and etc. Who the fuck is this program for? And who is it also benefiting? Is it benefiting WWE? Is it benefiting Netflix? Is it benefiting the fans? Is it benefiting the superstars? And that's what I want to talk about today. So me getting into wrestling around 98 in the Attitude Era, wrestling was popular as hell. It was the most over thing on TV every Monday night, every Thursday night, every Sunday night. Or, well, not every Sunday night because they didn't have pay-per-views every Sunday night. But for damn sure, I was tuned in Monday Night Raw, Thursday Night SmackDown, Sunday Night Heat was every Sunday. And then you had a pay-per-view. It was amazing. It was a great time to be a wrestling fan. Even around the Ruthless Aggression era, it was still fucking amazing. I was still engaged. And as a kid, I don't really know what I was thinking about, to be honest. I didn't know if wrestling was real or fake, or I didn't really think about it. I was so in tune with the stories and what was going on that I didn't even put two and two together. But as you get older, you start realizing, hey, he punched him in the face, and why doesn't he have a black eye? I had a black eye before. oh, didn't he just get put through a table? Why is he not like battered and bruised up? So it kind of like clicked that wrestling was fake. In the present day, in 2026, I think we all know wrestling is fake as shit. We all know that wrestling is fake as shit. But WWE decided, let's show them how fake it is. And that's the confusing part. Because we're supposed to be engaged in these stories. WWE or wrestling is supposed to be like a soap opera for guys. That's technically what I call it. It's a soap opera for guys where you have these crazy stories sometimes, or sometimes emotional stories, or sometimes your get back and the evil character or the mystique character or the character with the superhuman powers, superhuman strength, the larger than life character, like all these different characters and personalities into this one universe. Kind of like a movie, right? Or like a soap opera. It's their own little world. So you have the shit that's going outside the real world. And then you have the things that's going on in the WWE universe. And sometimes they take the things that's going outside the real world and kind of bring a little bit of that into the universe that we call the WWE. And I enjoyed that back in the day. But now, it doesn't feel like that, does it? It don't feel like that at all. These people feel like characters. These people feel like they're acting. These people literally wait for a pop when they're talking on the microphone. These people live for the chance. Or if you're Triple H, you live for the moment. But it brings me back to Unreal to current day because I don't know who it's for. And I watched both seasons and I really didn't get... it's boring. It's fucking boring to me. I don't know why it's even a thing. And I'm just going to break down my opinion, and you guys can leave your opinions in the comments. This is Wrestling with Roqky. Ayo, what up, though? Like and subscribe. But as I watch this program on Netflix, I'm like, why is this a thing? Why is this getting promoted? Because think about this. Think about this real quick. We're watching a wrestling show where we're supposed to be engaged with the characters and the stories. This is supposed to feel real. But they also break off in a segment or commercial break or an advertisement saying, hey, we have this new upcoming show called WWE UnReal on Netflix. And then the show is literally about how fake wrestling is. So it's a show that we're watching that's supposed to be believable in this universe, but it's also the same show that is telling you, hey, all this shit is fucking fake. It's weird. It's like going to a magic show. And in the middle of the magic show or in the middle of tricks, the magician says, oh, by the way, all this shit is fake, dude. Everything that I'm doing is fucking fake. You want me to show you how I did it? What? You just ruined the show. You ruined the mystique of the show. And that's what we get from the beginning to right now, kayfabe. Now, kayfabe, for the new people that do not look at wrestling, that probably just listen to this channel, kayfabe is a wrestling term or a carnival term, or it was in the 19th century, and kayfabe means be fake. And it used to be like pig Latin. It used to be like fake was ekfe. You get it? Like if you speak pig Latin or you know anything about pig Latin, it'd be like ekfe. But then over time it became kayfabe. But it really means be fake. And it also in wrestling, it's like blending the show and reality. So no one can tell the difference between the two. You don't know if this is real. You don't know if it's fake. But it's supposed to be believable. But if you have a show that is literally telling you, well, we're fake as fuck, what is the point of even watching it anymore? What is the point of even getting engaged in it anymore? You know? And I did look at some videos of the history of the first person who tried to expose the wrestling business, which was a person that was in New York. And I read that article. And I also got some other insights on a YouTube channel that I watched, and I will post his YouTube channel in the description below. And it was, and other people, and I know the history of wrestling just before that from that YouTube channel. But it was always a show. From the beginning of time, it was always been a show. And just to sum it up a little bit, wrestling was it used to be a show, and it was always predetermined. It wasn't the wrestling that we look at today with the spectacles and the high flying moves and stuff. It was just kind of like your normal, Olympic wrestling. But it was always predetermined, and the show was predetermined, and it was to get over on the citizens in that town, to get as much money as you can. So the audience didn't know that this shit was predetermined, but the wrestlers knew. Everybody that set it up knew that it was predetermined. And that's kind of how we have it today, right? Or let's say back then, right? We didn't really know if it was real or fake. Eventually we found out, we realized that it was fake, but the stories were so good, and everything looked good. The presentation, and it just did, it was like, whoa, is this real or is this fake? But that's what kayfabe is, guys. Now, the WWE UnReal, let's just get to that. Oh, wait. I backtrack. In the beginning of my video, you see where it says Triple H in 1996, they broke kayfabe, aka the Clique. Hunter, aka Triple H, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Shawn Michaels. And I always like to include X-Pac. X-Pac was definitely one of my favorite rappers. Favorite rappers, favorite wrestlers. But Triple H broke kayfabe in 1996, and he got punished for it. And that same guy that is running the business and breaking it even more, it's kind of like he always wanted to do this shit, right? It's kind of like he just kind of never gave a fuck. He did it in 1990, he did it in 96, and he's also doing it in 25 to 26. And it's just like, do you even give a fuck about this wrestling business anymore? Because this is kind of over exposure. And when I'm going to answer my own questions, and you let me know if you agree with it or not. Who is this benefiting? It cannot be benefiting WWE at all. Because why would I want to watch something that I know is fake, but you're telling me it's more faker than what it really is? I don't even know if that fucking makes sense, but I'm sure you can catch my drift here. I'm supposed to believe in this, but you're telling me that it's super fucking fake, and you're behind it. These other writers are behind it. Like, this gets messed up, that gets messed up. It's so much bullshit going on. It's like, what? So even the things that I might get excited for, you guys are telling me, yeah, we staged this and we did this and we told him to go here and jump here. Now we got a stunt coordinator to do this and do this and do this. It's like, whoa, wait. Is anything real? How is it benefiting the superstars? Because it makes them look super pussy to me. It makes some of them look like they have no backbone. Some of them look super weak. They're crying backstage. They don't know what to do. Everyone is nervous. Everyone is scared. And it's just like, ugh. Then you got the super egotistical people that's just like, hey, kiss my ass, and I'm not doing this for this, and I'm not being like that for this, and I'm not doing that for this. And you can tell that they smell their own farts. Is it supposed to help the writers maybe get another job in like Disney or some other fucking entity to be to write for another company? Because the writers fucking suck here. I wouldn't want them to write me a note and pass it in class. That's how bad the writing is. Does it make Triple H look good? Like, hey, I did all this, and I said yes to this, and I said yes to this, and I'm coaching this person. But it's like, why do we need to see that? It's not benefiting any superstar or make me say, oh, they should push him, or oh, they should push her. Oh, they should bury him and bury her. It doesn't do anything for me, and I don't think it does anything for the superstars. It's just a show. Is it doing anything for Netflix? I don't think so. It's never on the top 10. When it was released, I didn't really see it on my homepage, and maybe I just, skimmed over it. But I would believe that I watch Raw every Monday, so it will be on my algorithm and just say, hey, this is new. But just for the casual person that's just watching Netflix or just click on Netflix that it's not in the algorithm, I don't think that anybody would just, let me click this. The closest thing I think they probably would click is the Vince McMahon documentary because we want to know how disgusting he is. It's a documentary, you know what I'm saying? I love documentaries, especially if it pertains to real life shit, But this, they consider it a documentary, but is it? It's really bad. I don't like it. So who is this benefiting? Who is this for? And I've listening to a lot of reviews of other people. And again, like I said, I watched this and I just wasn't impressed or wasn't excited. You got superstars that that's crying and nervous and bitching and complaining and saying sorry and getting buried and just getting yelled at, and producers and just don't know what to do. And I don't know what is going on here. It's a shit show. And maybe that's what they want us to think hey man, this is the shit show that goes on behind stage. People fuck up and we got to cuss them out. People do good, and we got to give them big old hugs, and they can jump on Triple H, and when we win a belt, he can take a picture with us, and he can point at us because he did it. He the one that put this together. Yay, Triple H. Why do we need to see all of this? I just don't know. It's not doing any justice for anybody. So every Monday night or every third or Friday night, I'm just going in like, this is trash. The crazy thing is that Triple H don't even understand the reason why we just point him out all the goddamn time is because of shows like this. The reason why we it's bad and we blame him. It's bad, we blame creative. It's bad, we blame the writers. And he wants us to sit back and enjoy the show when you're letting us know everything that's behind the scenes. You let us know everything. This is like watching a fucking movie, and then they stop and be like, "Oh, by the way, this is fake as fuck." And Gerald Wittenwolf, he wrote this, and the other dude wrote this, and the other dude wrote this. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most thing you get from a movie, you might get some behind the scenes if the movie is fucking amazing. If the movie is doing good and doing big numbers, maybe you want to see the behind the scenes of how they really made it. Most movies you might fuck around and get a blooper at the end. But WWE and these shows have not been amazing for a while. For a good little minute. It is not that popping to want to know what's happening backstage. It's not. And I don't really give a fuck what happens backstage. The most thing that I care about what's happening backstage is how they do the lights. How's the light work do? Like, how's that guy doing? How is the person that's doing the pyro doing? I want to see some shit like that. That is cool. How do y'all set up the arena? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all prepare for these big matches? Like, that's cool. I would like to see behind the scenes of that than you guys sitting around a laptop bitching and complaining and don't know what to do to write a shitty story with no great benefit or payoff on a show that has no great benefit or payoff. And then it's just dumb. So then I'm looking at other wrestlers saying, well, I don't like breaking kayfabe and I really don't support the show. That's on the show. Paul Heyman, CM Punk, probably Cody too, but you're still on the show. Then you got podcasters and like The Undertaker and people like YouTube people like Maven that's like, well, I don't really agree with it, but you're also breaking kayfabe. You're telling what's happening behind the scenes. So you are the problem as well. And don't get me wrong, Maven's channel is super, super entertaining. And sorry if you hear something in the background. I got like snow gear on. But his channel is super entertaining. And I watch it every time he posts something. I'm starting to slowly kind of not watch it anymore. Because now you can tell it's just kind of reaching. Doesn't really seem as natural anymore to me. And that's just me. But you guys are breaking kayfabe too. Because y'all telling what's happening and what's going on behind the scenes and who's going to win and who's getting the push and what you did. But I can get it if it was a past wrestler. I can sort of kind of get it if it was a past wrestler. So Maven slightly gets a pass. Because he can talk about yeah, they do that. Yeah, they do this. And yeah, they do that. But WWE just exposed themselves just like, here you go. Here's my naked ass. Did you know I had a butthole? It's brown. Yeah, shit comes out. Dookie. That's how I feel like WWE just like, here you go. I just don't know who this shit is for. And I think it should just, I mean, it's fucking too late at this point. Because it's already been broken. We already know wrestling is fake. And then they just gave us, 10 episodes maybe of breaking down how fake this shit is. I just want to know, do you like it? Are you enjoying it? Is this for you? And I think I had more to say, but it's just not clicking to me. I'm more confused than anything. But do I still enjoy wrestling? For sure. When there's some good shit going on, I'm for sure behind it. I'd for sure have my favorite wrestlers. And if the story is engaging, I will be on your side or be like, ooh, because that's how you're supposed to be. Ooh, that person's a bad guy. Ooh, this person's a good guy. I want the bad guy to win, or I want the good guy to win. But everything, all the writing has been so predictable. Like we knew what is her name? Natty Neidhart. We knew she was going to turn on that girl. Like Maxine Dupree. We knew she was going to turn. But the whole Lyra Valkyria on Unreal just crying and sobbing, and it's like a bunch of people that's just not getting put, that they wanted to push but just don't really get that push. And Lyra Valkyria was definitely one of those people. And it sucks that the whole LA Knight thing. People trying to say, well, he got buried because of the Money in the Bank thing. But for real, if you think about it, because I was going to say this, the only way you can get over is all you have to do is have the audience do some type of chant or some type of something, and they're going to say that you're over with the audience and they're going to try to give you a push. But that is not true. Because LA Knight is over with the audience. Gets a crazy pop, great promo, great entrance, all that, and he did not get a big push. But I do see how he possibly could fucked himself over by watching Unreal. So it's kind of like, oh, well, that gave me the answers. Or did it? Because Unreal, I don't know if they're lying or telling the fucking truth. Because we're in a company full of fucking egotistical, narcissists, lying pieces of shit that could be lying on Unreal. So I don't know what to fucking think when it comes to the wrestlers or the writers or triple fucking fraud. But I really didn't want to make this video too long. But I just want to leave in the comments of what you think about Unreal. Leave some comments also what you want me to talk about next. I think my next video is going to definitely be about the Royal Rumble. It's coming up this Saturday. And just looking at the promos and the pictures and all that stuff and the posters, I think that's going to be a shit show too. But it's your boy Wrestling with Roqky. I'm out.